Guardian's Sync Traffic Control is an effective tool to ensure users are syncing regularly, quickly, and without interruption. Sync Traffic Control addresses two shortcomings with Revit's Synchronize with Central. The first, sync conflicts. When multiple people sync with Central, it leaves users waiting and preventing them from working in the model until others ahead of them have finished syncing. And the second, infrequent syncing. Because syncing can take a while, when users don't sync regularly, it encourages users to delay syncing in the first place. Not only does this lengthen the sync time for users, but it also increases the chances of model corruption and lost work. To start using Guardian Sync Traffic Control, it must first be turned on within the project configuration that is assigned to the project model. As with all project configuration settings, Sync Traffic Control can be modified on a project-by-project basis within project settings. Under the cog icon is where the settings for Sync Traffic Control can be found. The settings dialog is divided into two sections. The upper are the settings to prevent sync conflicts, while the bottom half is for sync reminders. For sync conflict prevention, a monitor, guide, and prevent protection mode can be set. The protection mode for sync traffic control works a little differently than Guardian's other proactive protections. For monitor, the Revit end user will continue utilizing Revit's native Synchronize with Central function. The monitor mode helps BIM managers and digital design leaders gain insights on how frequent sync conflicts are happening, providing guidance if proactive sync conflict prevention is warranted. For guide, as the Revit end user goes to execute Synchronize with Central, Guardian will check if users are syncing, and if none are, a dialog will be displayed for the user to sync with Central. If another user is syncing, a customized command message will be displayed stating so, at which point the user will have three options. The first is the user can select snooze to be reminded to sync when the users ahead of them have completed their sync with Central. The second is the user can select cancel and exit the sync completely, and they will not be reminded to sync when others have completed their sync with Central. The third is the user can select synchronize, but they will induce a sync conflict with the other users. For prevent, when a sync conflict is detected, the user will get the same command message as with the guide protection mode and will have the ability to select snooze or cancel. However, the user will not be permitted to select synchronize unless they have the administrator provided password. And just like with Guardian's other proactive protections, a send email, require comment, and custom command message can be set. For Sync with Central reminders, it must be activated by selecting Remind Users to synchronize every. Once turned on, an initial reminder time can be set for 2 hours, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 10 minutes, or 5 minutes, after which the length and number of snooze reminders can be set. Up to 4 snooze reminders can be added. For the last snooze reminder, it will repeat indefinitely if the end user does not sync with Central unless one of the two options or both are selected. Automatically synchronize after the last reminder times out will automatically sync for the users. This may be helpful if the user leaves their machine without syncing, and thus freeing up their owned elements within the model. Prevent users from snoozing. The last reminder will limit the option for the users to only synchronize when the last sync reminder is prompted. The Enable the Compact Model will automatically turn on the Compact Model option for when every one of 50 syncs are performed within the given model, regardless of the user whose turn it is to sync. The last option is the ability to set how long the reminder and cue prompts will stay active before timing out. For the Sync within Central reminders, a customized command message can be created to remind the end users to sync regularly. To demonstrate the sync traffic control in practice, the Sync with Central command is executed. As shown, Guardian will check if other users are syncing, and since no one else is syncing in this demonstration, the user will be prompted to proceed to synchronize. By default, Guardian will pre-select all of the advanced options. In this second example, the Sync with Central command is executed. Guardian provides a notification that another user is currently syncing. Because the protection mode is set to prevent, the user would have to enter a comment and an administrator-provided password in order to continue to sync. Thus, the user is encouraged to select Add to Queue. Once the other user has completed their sync with Central, Guardian will automatically prompt the user they are free to sync. And in this last example, the users are reminded to sync with Central, where they can select Synchronize or select snooze if available. Another key aspect of Guardian's sync traffic control is how syncs can be managed within Guardian's Project Central. As shown under the Sync Traffic Control menu, all active users within the project model are listed along with the critical information about their sync activities. The dialog is live, so administrators can keep tabs on when users are syncing. Project administrators can select Remind User to remind users to sync. The user will then get a sync reminder, as shown earlier in the video. When multiple users have been placed in the sync queue, the administrator can use the Move to Front function to move users up in the queue. Please note, a queue forms when multiple users' status is shown as in queue. Guardian's Sync Traffic Control is a powerful tool to ensure users are syncing regularly, quickly, and without interruption.